Bam. Hey guys, I am back. Let me block that up better. Bam. I am back, and a couple things. So, the death air is gone. It says moderate, but I can breathe out here. And we got blue skies. It's also the last day of school here in Pennsylvania, as it might be in other places. So we got some kids outside playing. And you know what? God bless them. They're outside playing instead of in front of video games, so they might make a little bit of noise while we're doing this, and that's fine. So what I have here is the Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month. It is Friday, June 9th. They're very excited. What I got today, all at once, I got Battle Box, I got Barrel and Blade Level 2, and I got the Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month. They all showed up at the same time on the same UPS truck. So, I will be doing the two big boxes tomorrow. I'm doing the Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month right now because it's a kind of a big box. So, do me a favor, take a moment, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe. Make sure that you have your notifications on. And as a personal favor to Peter Kitty Cat, like this video and drop a comment and do those algorithm-friendly things. Because I'm like, you know, after all these years, I'm finally trying to do this professionally and stuff. So, still have my favorite old Higo no Kami. Blade probably needs some maintenance, but man, these are, I got a whole collection video on these, history collection. I'll put it as an end screen so you can check it out. I love these. So I'm going to open this up over here so we don't have to worry about the shipping label. This looks like a Domino's pizza box at first, but I had the feeling I know what it is. It is Condor. Condor, cannot go wrong with Condor. They make great stuff. Let's see. We have the Condor Pandur. MSRP of $151.61. So this is, I mean, we could probably tell it's a fixed blade just by the size of the box, but here's all the specs. There we go. Paper micarta handle. They say paper micarta because if you don't know, micarta can be made from paper, from linen, from cotton, from lots of different cloths. I don't know if cotton goes into linen, so maybe I said something stupid, but it can be made out of different cloths. It can be made out of different papers. It's actually phenolic resin composite is what it is. Micarta is a brand name, which is why it has the little reserved thing. Got a Kydex sheath. 1075. 1075 is pretty good. So there we go. So let's get into this. We'll talk more about the steel in a little bit because 1075 versus 1095. 1095 is a very common use outdoor steel. 1075 is too, and we'll talk about the differences. Here's our sheath. They did say leather. Did I read that wrong? Yeah. Kydex with leather belt loop. Well, this is not a leather belt loop. Unless it's in here somewhere. No, it is not. A little warning from Condor that yes, in fact, carbon steel will rust properly. Will rust if not, sorry, it won't rust properly. It'll rust if not properly maintained. That is true. But there's advantages to carbon steel that most of you probably know, but we'll talk about. Then we get a little catalog for Condor. They have such a good product line. All this stuff is made in Central South America. I'm not sure exactly, I can't remember, but it's not made in China, I'll tell you that. And their stuff is kind of handmade. They have some really nice stuff. They have some stuff that I'm not a big fan of, but the Condor stuff is dependable. It's well made. And I have not found a Condor. Some of it doesn't look as pretty as others, but it's good, solid materials. It's good, solid craftsmanship. It really is. I've heard from a few people they don't like Condor knife and tool. I don't know. I can't speak for that because I like it. I think it's good stuff. Let's take a look. And it's not all oily, which is kind of interesting. So this is the Pandur. That is a really well done handle. I mean, so to get micarta to shine like that, that takes some work. We've got some red liners. I mean, that is a really smooth. That is a really smooth, really well done handle. Like that takes some work because typically we have micarta that we get has a little bit of a cloth type feel. Now again, this is paper micarta, not cloth micarta, but still, to finish it with this, they could just leave it at a certain point. This feels nice. It feels very comfortable. What I really like about Condor is that you do get a kind of a handmade, I don't want to say unprofessional look, but a not stuff run off cookie cutter in an assembly line look. It has a look where you can tell there are imperfections here or there, that this was done by somebody, not all with hand tools, but a hand on the machinery. That's what I'm saying. Little clip point kind of blade shape. I might be not 100% on that, but that's what it looks like to me right now. I'm in a weird position on the camera. I like it. But I like the two-tone finish. It actually looks like you've still got some scale on there from the heat treat. And talking about heat treat is a great time to talk about this steel. So 1075, we're very used to 1095, or even 5160. The whole thing about 1075 is it's a little bit softer than 1095, but it still has it has pretty good edge retention. The thing is, it's a little easier to maintain than 1095. If you look kind of on the spine there, you can kind of see how it has that hand done quality. It's not just run perfectly on a machine, you know. But back to the 1075. So 1075 is a specific type of steel that we call hypoeutectic. It's a fancy word. There's also hyper-eutectic. I'm not going to go too far into it. Basically, it's more forgiving with heat treat. I guess that's kind of you can use a wider variety of quenching fluids. You don't need the same precise heat treating. I'm going to go back to my original statement. Sorry, it's more forgiving with heat treat than 1095 would be. So while it does lack a certain hardness, a little bit more hardness that the 1095 has. It's a great steel for do-it-yourselfers, but it still is a very rugged, higher carbon content outdoor steel. Steel content is, with the 75 is the percentage, so it's 0.75, so it's between 0.7 0.8% carbon content, which means it will hold that edge a really nice long time for you. But like it says, since it's a high carbon steel, it will get rusty if you don't take care of it. But we should be taking care of all of our knives anyway, right? So looking at the fit and finish, there are imperfections on it because that's kind of a Condor style, the way they do it. Like I said, by hand. Absolutely is a full tang, no question about it. It's beautifully done on the handle. Comes all the way out to the pommel there. This grip is incredibly comfortable, and I love the way how it swells towards the top there so that your palm can really grip it, but your fingers kind of ride in that recessed area. It really does feel good. I mean, it really does feel good. It's really nice. Let's just do the basics, you know? Ooh, that's not good at all. So this out of the box definitely needs work on the edge, and I knew that kind of feeling it. That's not exciting, not at all. Some Condors I've had have come out razor sharp, and this one, let's do a slice. Yeah, this one definitely needs work. Holy shit sticks. It is a very clean cup. That takes a lot of effort. I'm not even gonna do the pull through. I'm disappointed with the way this comes out of the box. Can't blame that on barrel and blade. That's Condor. But the thing is, with a stone, I know, let's see, the bevels are... bevels are pretty even. This absolutely should come out of the box much sharper. That is disappointing. However, the thickness of the blade stock there, if you don't have the skills of sharpening, I guess this is a good learning project. I know that once I get the edge on there, it's gonna hold an edge. It's gonna be good. It's going. I mean, just the comfort level of it, I know it's gonna be a good outdoorsy kind of knife. I shouldn't have to do that. Nobody should have to do that. I know people will say like, oh, well, if you know how to sharpen, it's not a problem. It is a problem. You're buying a completed project. You're buying a completed knife, not a do-it-yourself project. You shouldn't have to. You should always be able, unless you are buying one that you know up front needs finishing, you should always be able to take a knife out of the package and go to work with it. 100% of the time. There's never an excuse for a blade, a finished piece, to need your maintenance for it to be useful. That's ridiculous. You should be able to take this right out of the packaging, out of the unpackaging, and put it to work. I just find that unforgivable. And this is the first time I've ever had that experience with a Condor knife. And I own a bunch of them, of various sizes, of various styles. I could go through this catalog and point them all out, but that would probably bore most of you. So I am kind of upset with the edge finishing on this, but overall, the size, the weight, the shape, super comfortable handle. I mean, now the thing is, it's very slickly done. How would this hold up in rain, a watery environment? If you're using it in a hunting survival scenario, what if it gets bloody? I don't know. Now these pins might give you a little bit of a grip there, but I don't know how much. That's the only complaint I would have. It's very slick all the way around, and it's beautiful, but it's very slick all the way around. However, it does, especially my size hands here, it does give a good grip, so your fingers can really, your whole hand can wrap around it, and this jimping is very good where it is. But the handle itself is pretty slick. Now, if you're wearing gloves, I don't know how that helps it. What I'm going to have to do is sharpen this edge, and then we'll have to do a follow-up to see how it performs after I sharpen it up there. That's not cool though, especially if they're going to give you an MSRP of over $150. This thing should come right out of the box. I don't know. That's weird. This could be a one-off. I'm sure it is a one-off, but and again, falling back on, I have a lot of experience with Condor. I would tend to say this is probably a one-off. I've never had a problem like this with them before. It has some really pretty grind lines. See my head? Oh, no, that's the camera, not my big fat head. But I'm happy. I'm happy with the knife because I can make this thing work, and I think that's a nice looking knife. Let's check out the Kydex. Oh. That is going to scrape that finish there. But it's a nice tight fit, holds it well, and not a lot of wear on your thumb or big resistance to get it out, but excellent retention there. And now they did mention leather belt clip, and all we have is this kind of floppy plastic, which, I mean, if you look on your belt, now with these holes, you could put on a tech lock or any other clip you want. Again, I'd like to see what the leather belt clip they were talking about is. This is obviously more Kydex. I would probably switch this out for, if I was going to carry it, for a tech lock, something more secure than this. This could snap, I think. I don't know, but it does hold the knife very secure, and you don't have to like take any strain or anything to take it out. So overall, I like the knife. Once I get the edge on it, I think it'll be pretty good. So I owe you a follow-up on it, and you owe me watching the follow-up on it. The knife owes us, and then we owe the knife, is what it is. The knife owes us a follow-up, and we owe the knife a chance to see how it performs when the edge is on there properly. So what are your opinions of this knife? I really like the shape of it. Normally I'm not into this. It's not quite a Persian shape, but I'm more of a drop point fan in a knife like this than something a little bit more severe, more clip point, semi-Persian, but it has its advantages. It's got a really nice point up there. And again, that handle, super comfortable handle. So tell me what you think of this Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month. I know I have a habit of sometimes saying monthly knife club just because it's knife of the month. If I've said that in this video, I apologize. It's Barrel and Blade. And because I really do like Barrel and Blade, I will put a link to Barrel and Blade in the video description so you can check out their Knife of the Month club and see what's going on. Not affiliate or anything like that, just a straight old link to the website, just so you guys can peruse. it is a good looking knife. It really is. And I'm excited to do the follow-up and test out the edge with you guys. So yeah, please share your comments. Let's talk about it. What do you think? What are your experiences with Condor overall? And anybody that has this particular knife, have good experience with this, bad experience? Please talk. On the way out, again, don't forget to make sure, check your subscribe, get your notifications on, and be nice to me, like the video and all that stuff. PETA would really appreciate it. He'd stop showing his butt right on camera, probably. Or if that's what you like, I'll make sure he does it more, whatever you guys want. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember that you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll be back again real soon.